I'm playing around with my new indicator today. Basically took a Hakanashi candle and took all the lag out of it so I could fatten up the MT4 platform. And I'm running it like a 3 or 4 or maxed out. I think I got the maxed out thickness. And then I put the closing price on top really fat. So this is the monthly euro dollar that everybody's talking about. And just for fun, I put on here that if it goes down to 11 cents, I figured that maybe I could draw a trend line down there. Project off of something here, come up with a wacky projection for the year 5000, But I don't know, it's kind of funny, just how condensed you can scale out of the market, and in that it just have a whole different perspective. Now I put 25 pip handles in the center here, so it's as if we're pivoting in this this window here from way back in 2007. So yeah, we're breaking out of a triangle, that we broke out on this monthly. So, duh, now what? I mean, the hindsight, here, we're coming up on the larger triangle, but we were already broke out of the first, this one down here, this triangle that was the big, when the euro was going to go to hell without a handbasket, the tough style. But with my new indicator, I can see the wicks and I can see the close, so I've taken out the open. So it's just a bar chart with a zero lag moving average, which would be the moving average is set to 1 inside of MetaTrader. And you could do it on you could do it with candles, but the wicks are so wimpy and thin inside of you cannot change the wick size inside of MT4, so you have to go work around customs. But some guy posted this, and he calls it open, high, low, close. It's a MetaTrader, but the thing is, on the monthly, of course, everything is just picture perfect. It really is the most smoothest, cleanest view of the world, because this stuff takes time to unfold. All this, these price pulses and all this, pendulum swing stuff where, it takes a while for the price pulse to complete its pulse. So, from this bottom to here, if I go off the highest close here, so you already hit it here, time-wise. Like I said in the silver video I did, if you were to take this theory of price pulse projection to the low, and now you're going to be over here on this spike, and it's a monthly chart, so to me it's a totally valid thing to do it on the monthly, because this would be definitely a double bottom on the daily that just blew your mind. And of course back here, when you can look back in time at this being a bottom and see you tagged it here once, amazingly, that entry there, if this was a 1 hour chart, it wouldn't be any different. You want to get in here, just like gold on yesterday. Gold closed, gold spiked into one of these. This is where everybody's getting in to make all this money to here, which is like, or even just to make it to here, this bottom. In other words, just trade the hammer on a monthly, and you're loving it, right? You're making tons of money. And then the last perfect entry here would have been this linear priced top bottom, and you still could get on that train, because even after that month, it spiked into this window here. So you would have got in on this situation beautifully, and your stop could have been down here, or you could have had a these are 25 pip handles here, so you can imagine you'd have to have at least a 50 pip stop on this situation here. But look at this entry here, all the way to here, actually blows through the top of this. So that's the price pulse you wanted to be riding there. You could have projected off of these two in on the price on close of the monthly, and taken this, find the highest close within that, which would be here. So you know you'd be exiting around here. You got a 1 month pullback and another 2 month price pulse. So it's like 2 up, 1 back, 2 up, 1 back. That's the rhythm. This is a major launching point here. So you want to take and hang your price pulse off of this one, because this one is a fits the criteria of this top bottom formation. So you have the top bottom, and you're combining that with so because you're copying this line out, it's as if you've taken this and just said, well, that would be the time completion for that wave. So, but this is your top bottom, your launching pad for the wait, get this thing to the back into the and then so you could still board the train here and to get the hell out of Dodge, and then you blow through this top here. Of course, the breakout traders are getting in here, or the robots would be getting in, say, here the breakout traders bought this high, and they had to put a stop down here. But if you had a entry here, and your stop's down here, I mean, this would have been, I mean, that's a monthly chart, so you can only imagine. Now we're coming up and poking into here now. For all the sellers, they got this great sell price here. If you went to the internal bottom, the last known internal bottom, certainly a lot of great, I would be certainly a seller on spikes up to that. And so the new support is on the monthly is going to be here. So this flat line here, this would be a hammer. But it'll also be like a hanging man. I mean, this is right now, this is like a doji, or depending on which time frame. Now this is monthly, so go to the weekly and take a look at that. And turn the auto scroll off there. So the weekly is, I guess these lines aren't going to make too much sense on this weekly, so kind of go for this last known price projection was this double bottom here on close, hang off the highest known, and if you wanted to do the one on the because it's a weekly chart, you're not on a 5-minute chart, you could do it off of the highs, I mean the lows to the highs, so they kind of very close, similar in their projection, time, price, all that stuff. It's the end of the year, I guess. So actually, this is going to update here as a whole new situation, and then go to the daily. The daily, I'll zoom out one level because now it's going to be all Diceyville. But here's where we're at. Here's where we're at here. The way these guys now, they don't look so queued. They're kind of crudely queued up there. You have to re-queue them off of the new time. You've shifted times, so you've created, this one was based on the lowest low, and this one was the close. Only seeing here 5 zones removed, and then this one is the close reference, so we hang it off the close, and this one's off the high. So yeah, pretty tight window there for that price pulse projection. Didn't make it there, so certainly a failure of that. And then the fact that people sold up into this spike here. I got those great prices. Not to say you can't do this now. This pace here doesn't seem impossible. at least to go up and yeah, maybe come up into that now. Try to zoom out and find that perspective wise. Of course, I don't want to slice at that thing. I mean, there's plenty of money to be made in this stuff here, in the gray area, which would be where all the smashing and supposed stop hunting nonsense people talk about. But this is basically those are the best entry windows on the planet, is to just draw your line on close and look to get into this gray area like this insanity here before the breakout, where they reshuffle the deck. Here's the reaccumulation phase. So here's your 1, 2, 3. That's your price pulse on the daily. Pretty sharp sledding there, right? And then, but the thing is this one here is for the longer term traders. But that's like watching paint dry if you're a scalper. So why not just look for these nice zigzags that, okay, so here's your, on the daily, here's your support currently is this top. So this internal top is your new support, and these are 25 pip handles. So yeah, I mean, buying it this, when you had the buy pending here that didn't get filled, unfortunately, the gray area there. But so you would miss the train there if you were looking for that window to close on that pullback. It didn't quite happen. So yeah, but it's not like you lost money. Certainly structurally here, this is a big deal. This double bottom, double top, this becomes a major deal. So if this is going to go to hell without the handbasket, then it's going to look like one of these situations where you're going to start projecting for a plunge all in here. But I don't want to project too far ahead. I'm happy with making this top bottom. In other words, this top became a bottom later on. I mean, that's a daily chart, so it pulled back into that 4-hour that 4-hour thing. Okay, that's what helps you turn the auto scroll off. But so you're down, you know, on the 4-hour chart, that would have been coming back into that price, regardless of when you were there to execute that, because that was a news day, and that's when it just went, you know, nuts. I'm just too far gone in the chart. I zoomed out too many levels. Get this thing. So yeah, but currently, right now, you know, it's a it's going to be a matter of just placing pendings in there. You know, I can't imagine any other way to do it, approach it. You know, the daily, you know, you're just going to have to say, well, how many pips per day can it move, and you know, what's the expected ETA of this arrival? Of course, if it doesn't get there, if you're looking at this top as a bottom now, this little top here is a bottom. Come back into here. We could backfill into there, fill these tickets up, keep marching up this channel. But it's really, there's so much money to be made in just the retest of this. Like this all this garbage here is like 3 days of just wonderful, on the 4-hour chart, it just looks like amazing swing trading, you know? So, I mean, it doesn't have to be, trading doesn't have to be, in terms of I bought here and I got out here and I'm a genius and that was the ultimate trade, because all these little baby internal pullbacks here, like getting into this where all this top bottom clusters activity is happening. Yeah, I mean, this would be a trade, certainly a trade of the month would be to set that up and then do your price projections, like even off of these small ones. So you're just looking to only be in the trade for a couple of days, and so you come for this bottom here and just pick this one here.